Hello, hello, hello. Oh, look at immediately smile.
Hello.
Immediately. I love the smile. Immediately. Like turn it on quickly.
I'm ready. I'm
You are
excited.
ready. You're always excited. You're always ready. You're always optimistic. You always have to talk me off the branch. So,
Yes, I am. I am ready. I am
yep.
ready to talk about the soft life today,
Soft
ladies.
life.
That is what we're going to be talking
Midlife.
about.
Women
Midlife,
in their
soft
midlife
life.
who has chosen the soft life. Yep.
Yes. Have you chosen a soft life? Do you know what the soft life is? Is it even something that is an option for you
Yes.
as a
I
woman
think
at
that's
this
huge right
age?
there. I think
Yeah.
that's huge. Is it even an option for you?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I
we are
think
going
that's
to be
huge.
getting into
Mhm.
it. But if this is your first time joining us, welcome to
Welcome,
Wisdom and Bloom podcast.
welcome.
I am Kamisha, one of your co-hosts, here with the lovely Denise,
Mm-hmm.
and we help women over 40 navigate midlife
Yeah.
with grace,
Yes.
courage, and
And
humor.
humor, humor.
Yes. And so today we want to discuss this soft life. Like, I gotta be honest, Denise, I've only learned about this soft life like last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, I
Yeah.
wasn't living it because I didn't even.
Yeah. Because we didn't know nothing about it. So obviously, wasn't nothing
So,
soft about our life, huh?
how could I be living it if I didn't even know? But I actually was thinking about this a little bit. So, first of all, let me give a little bit of a background on the soft life as
Yeah.
I
Definition.
understand it, right?
Define it, define it, define it.
Yes. So, as I understand it, it was created by a black woman and it was specifically talking to black women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what the soft life does is it rejects this idea that women need to struggle
Yeah.
and sacrifice and be a part of this hustle
Mm-hmm.
culture.
This hostile hustling culture.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I learned about this and I was going and looking at the soft life online, then I saw all of these non-black women
Mm-hmm.
talking about their soft life.
Mm-hmm.
And it
And
wasn't,
they've been living it for a long time.
well,
So
no, it wasn't like this definition. It was more about their traveling and their luxury items and their purses and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like,
but that's technically not the soft life.
that's not the
It
soft
really
life.
isn't. Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is not, first of all, that's not who the woman was talking to, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that is not what she was talking about
That's
when
right.
she spoke about the soft life.
That's
And
right.
I feel that the soft life is something that can uniquely be for women of color
Mm-hmm.
because of all of the challenges that we do face and we do endure.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not to me something that any woman, not I'm not saying that, all women don't have
Mm-hmm.
challenges and this patriarchy and all of that, right? We all
Mm-hmm.
understand that. However, there are some women who have more, right?
Yeah. But
And
but but when you decide to step into your soft life, even if it's 5% or 10% that you're just trying to wean yourself into that life, as a midlife
Mhm,
woman, you
mhm.
have to be in unlearn mode to even get into the soft life. You
Hmm.
have to unlearn the
Okay.
things that you've learned prior that has put you in a mode of struggle or a mode of chaos or a mode of in or of not being intentional about yourself and self-care. We are always we're taught we got to take care of this person, got to take care of the kids, got to take care of the husband, got to take care of the house, got to take care of the home, got to we've been taught all those things. I'm not saying those things are wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is to effectively step into your soft life,
Mhm.
some of our stinking thinking, we got to unlearn. We have to reverse it. We have to literally step back and say, okay, is this how much longer can I sustain this? If it no longer serves you, why keep continuing to do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you're right because especially at this age where
Mm-hmm.
you're over
Mm-hmm.
40, 50, 60, what have you, and if you have families, if
Yeah.
you have a career, you have
Mm-hmm.
a spouse, a lot of your time has been spent doing so many things for other people, right?
Absolutely.
When it
Absolutely.
comes to family. And then
Mm-hmm.
even when we talk about, this whole like hustle culture and all of this, even in your career, right? Because if you are a brown woman trying
Mm-hmm.
to work your way up this ladder and break through whatever that ceiling is,
Yeah.
right? That is something you have been doing for a long time,
Very long time. Hmm.
right?
And
So
no
you
one, but no one taught you otherwise. That's why we didn't know what the soft life was. No one
mhm
taught you otherwise. Like my one of my daughters sent me a text today and she says, she's finally been on her job for a year and she says, I got a raise today. I'm so happy, yada yada.
mhm
And normally I'll be like, yes, take me out to lunch. And now you making that big money, just teasing her. But
mhm
today I sent her a text back and I said, that is awesome. I said, but pretend that percentage is still not in your paycheck and take that percentage raise and invest it monthly. You didn't know it was there in the beginning. It wasn't there. You never used it. You can't miss what you don't have. So
right.
pretend you still didn't get it and take that percentage and invest it monthly for a solid year and allow it to grow for you. And if you see that growth, you continue that pattern. And I
Mhm.
wish someone had told me that because if you had told me that, I probably could have been living a soft life earlier than 60 or 62 or because retirement shouldn't be an age. It should be a financial number, not an age number. You know what I mean?
Well, but so to help you not feel so bad about it, like we
Hmm.
don't really live in a society that tells you you
Of
should be
course.
retiring before 75. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
That's not how we're set up. So
Hmm.
for you to be thinking about, oh, what can I be doing at 20 besides
Hmm.
maybe putting a few dollars away here and there, if
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
afford to put a few dollars away here
Yeah.
and there, then you're not going to be thinking about that. And also, I think our culture tries to make things seem
Yes.
like your life is going to be better and happier, right? So
Things
get
equal
a
success.
right and joy and happiness, and
Mhm.
they don't. And so if you get
We're
a
all
raise,
guilty. Hmm.
yeah, so if you get a raise, then you're gonna be a victim of what they call lifestyle creep, right? So you
Yeah.
make more money, you spend more money, you get a bigger
Hmm.
house, you get a nicer car, right? That's just what you're told
And
you're
that's what we've done.
supposed to
I've
be
done it.
doing.
Hmm.
Right. That's what you're told you're supposed to be doing. And
Hmm.
it's very hard not to do that because our society doesn't really support kind of living below your means
Hmm.
and not trying to keep up with the Joneses and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But no, I think that's great advice so that maybe when she is, younger than 65,
Hmm.
can start living
A softer life.
her soft life. So what does living the soft life look like to you?
Hmm. So to me, I think the soft life looks to me
Mhm.
as putting behind the things that are chaotic and that form struggle. I had on a shirt today that said that today I am heavy on protecting my peace. I think
Mm.
the soft life looks like you really intentionally protecting your peace. Now, that doesn't mean that you got to cuss everybody out. You got to say no to everybody in such an
Setting
aggressive.
boundaries, saying no. No, that's
It's just
all.
saying no, setting boundaries. Sometimes, like you say, locking my door, sitting quietly, even if you add a
Reclaiming your time. That's about
you're claiming your
reclaiming
time.
your
Even if
time.
you're adding just 5 or 10% of you back to your life, that's starting your process to your softer life. Because once you add 5 or 10% of you back to your life, that thing feel good. And then you're like, wait a minute. Nobody died. Nobody, no, the house didn't burn down.
No.
Nobody fell off the roof. Nothing happened. The dog didn't run away. Nothing happened by me adding 10 minutes of my day of quiet meditation or whatever. Like I have a warming iPads, and I'll warm them up in the microwave and just sit them on my eyes for 15 minutes. Nothing happened. And
Mm-hmm.
then you start looking like, wait a minute. If I can add 15 minutes, then maybe I can add 15 more minutes. And before you know it, without neglecting others, you're still taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is your way to your softer life. It really is.
No, I think you are absolutely right. I think at this age, it can look like so many things for so many women,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what they have allowed to kind of take over for them
Mm-hmm.
and increase, their stress levels. But certainly one of the things I heard you say was having some form of rest,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
definitely resting and being okay with resting,
Mm-hmm.
because certainly for women, rest is, something that we think of as a luxury. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have
Yeah.
time to take a bath or to sit and put the eye patch things, like
Yeah.
my eyes. I
Mm-hmm.
need to be busy doing something for somebody else, something, for my work
Yeah.
or something for my community, but certainly not for me.
Right.
So I agree. Definitely taking time to like reflect back on yourself, what
Mm-hmm.
it is you need. And one of the things is absolutely rest. And I think along with rest, it can also look like doing nothing,
Yeah. Yeah.
like literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I say literally nothing, I mean sitting like at a window and just looking out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that can be the soft life for some people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because how
Absolutely.
many women do you know that said, "Oh, today I took an hour and I just sat and looked out my window. I watched
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
birds
Mm-hmm.
flying by, there's a
Yep.
tree out back. I saw the leaves falling, and no, they
Yeah.
don't they
You
don't
don't. You don't. That's not something you see at all. You don't
no.
see that. Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
or taking your time, for any reason, but especially in the morning, we're always like rushing and rushing and rushing and moving and moving and moving through life in
Yeah.
such a way that we just don't take the time.
Yeah.
So
We
I think that's also another way to help kind of really like regulate your nervous system.
mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
with
Tap
women,
in. Tap in.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially when you look at, some of the health challenges that
Yeah.
Black women have and brown women have, to the percentages, and that other in comparison to some
Yeah.
other non-Black and brown women with their high blood pressures and their cancer and things. That is because they are not taking the time to do these things, right? They're not taking.
I heard someone say, Kamisha, that us being the strong black woman is killing us because we're always on strong. We're always on strong.
We're
Like we
on
don't.
strong.
We're always on strong. The level strong. We don't never. We're never bringing it down a notch. We're always on that level, and our
Ah.
body is not sustaining it well.
Well,
You
I
know.
think that's absolutely true. That is what led to these, levels of
Mm-hmm.
stress
Mm-hmm.
and these various health issues, even to, higher levels of anxiety, I
Mm-hmm.
think, Black women tend to have as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you are absolutely right. There's no reason why we need to run around without cape on, saving the damn world all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time. My therapist is the one who told me about introducing 10 minutes of something for you in your day. She says 10 minutes every day. And start off with 10 minutes of introducing something. She said it doesn't matter what it is. Even if you ride your bike for 10 minutes, or you sit quietly for 10 minutes, or you take off your shoes and you go walk in the backyard quietly for 10 minutes, or you listen to your favorite song or favorite group for 10 minutes. But she was like, introduce 10 minutes of something that is just for you. It doesn't matter. It's just for you every day. And she said that before you know it, you'll be doing more than 10 minutes organically because
Mhm.
your body is receptive to it. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that felt really good. That
Mhm.
fit, and it almost makes you a better person to your spouse and to your kids because your anxiety level kind of starts kind of decreasing a little bit. And I'm one of high anxiety. So those 10 minutes sometimes are very important. And I don't sleep well. But what I do is I get up early in the morning. Sometimes I'm up by 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't bother anyone. I get up, go downstairs, I'll heat up my iPad, and I put it on my eyes, and I lay my head back. And I may fall back to sleep with those heated but I lay back, and we have this my husband bought this new television about 3 or 4 months ago, this new LG. And you turn it off and it goes into this Zen mode. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't power it off, if you hit it one time, it goes into this Zen mode, and it literally plays like Zen music, and with pictures of like flowers and trees, or maybe a beach or an ocean. And I'll turn it on and sit there, and before you know it, like everything gets quiet, and it's already quiet, but it's just like it's a different quiet, Kamisha, like everything, like you can't hear anything, and it's like this has been the best thing that I've started doing for myself, because it literally has made me want more. Like the other morning I was down there for 25 minutes. So my 10 minutes turned into 25 minutes. When I was done, guess what? The house was still here. The grandkids was fine. My husband was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing broke down. Everything was fine, and we feel like I'm going to speak from my experience because I'm a control freak. We feel like if our hands are not in it, then, it won't get done.
Not gonna get done.
Hmm.
Well, that happens with some things, but in this case, but it's not all things. And
Yes.
but in this case, I absolutely agree with you. I think that when we are intentional, right, that also is a part of living the soft life for women,
Hmm. Hmm.
is really being intentional about taking ourselves and our care
Hmm.
more seriously, right? And moving that to the forefront in front of all of the other things.
Yeah.
And what you're saying about sitting for 10 minutes, because I mean, let's think about this. How many hours of the day are we up? We're up
Yeah.
what? I don't even know. 16, 18
Yeah.
hours a day,
Yeah.
depending on how much sleep you get. If you can't find 10 minutes for yourself in those 20 hours, then you already have a problem.
Yeah.
Right? You already have a
Yeah.
problem if you can't find 10 minutes to take to yourself to do something
Yeah.
just for you, because you could be doing something for somebody else for an hour, 2 hours,
Hmm.
3 hours,
Hmm.
half your day, and not have any problem with it.
Yep.
But if you are not able to find 10 minutes for yourself, then maybe you do need to think about maybe not completely moving, to the soft life, if it's not something. Because some women, I think, like you said, they have to unlearn it, and it's
Yeah.
a place that can be very hard for some women,
Yeah.
especially if
Especially
you've
the
been
older you
taught.
get.
Yeah, you've been taught that you should not
Hmm.
have this life of ease, right?
Yeah.
Like, why should life isn't supposed to be easy, right? Like, you hear
Yeah.
people tell you that, like, life isn't supposed to be easy. Life is supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who
Yeah.
told you that? Who told you that your life needed to be hard?
If
That
you
you
don't hustle and struggle,
struggling?
then yeah.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
Why? Why? Who says?
Hmm.
If it's not working, if that's not working for you,
Hmm.
then you need to start doing some things that give you some peace and
Yeah.
some ease. And you have to be intentional about those things.
Yeah. I looked up this article that talked about the impacts of living a softer life.
Mm,
Even like you said, taking that 10 minutes, whatever. Um, the impacts, and it said that less anxiety, fewer stress triggers, stronger boundaries with less guilt,
mm-hmm.
lowering your cortisols,
Mm-hmm.
better sleep and energy, fewer people pleasing patterns, more
Mm-hmm.
intentional connections, having
Mm-hmm.
the confidence in saying no, and choosing rest without explanation, you
Yeah.
know? And I
Yeah.
love that. Choosing rest without telling someone why you got to do it.
Right. What you doing
You know,
sleeping? Like
what
you
you
being
going?
lazy.
Yeah.
And and of
Mm-hmm.
course, I think so many of these things, we don't talk about it enough being Black Americans,
Mm-hmm.
but I think so many of these things have trickled down from slave times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we are still in the same capitalist country, right? Maybe our work is different, but the idea that Black people and Black women, especially, are supposed to continue to be working as
Mm-hmm.
hard as they can, not taking a moment's rest, not getting any breaks,
Right.
not being allowed to sit down, right? It's the constant move and go and do
Mm-hmm.
that. Even over time you keep hearing that, even through generations and generations and generations. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember my mom would not like us sleeping in, like
Yeah,
on
my
the
grandmother either. She
she
wouldn't.
didn't like us
She
sleeping
wouldn't
in, but
allow it.
because she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't allowed to sleep in, and I guess her mother wasn't allowed to sleep in, and
Mm-hmm.
you go back, it's like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't hardly sleep, these slaves. Like they where
Mm-hmm.
were they sleeping, right? And so they don't even you don't even realize some of the trauma that has just been carried and passed
Mm-hmm.
down that you think is normal
Yep.
because society and even your family has taken it to be normal. Like, oh, there's no reason for you to be sleeping in. It's like, why not? I don't have
My
any.
grandmother would I would be on punishment if I even tried to sleep in. There is no way. I've never been able to sleep in. Not under her roof ever.
Right,
Ever.
because that's just
Yeah.
for the lazy people.
Even if I was sick, I couldn't sleep in because it's like, well, the laying in the bed is only going to make you sicker. You need to get up and do something. Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I definitely can identify with that. But when I was looking at some of the articles about the soft life and like how we can do it as women over 40, one of the things, in addition to, a number of the things that you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that stuck out to me was auditing your shoulds,
Ooh.
right?
I'll write that down.
Auditing your
Mm.
shoulds. And so make a list of
Mm-hmm.
everything that you do because you feel like you should do it. Not because you
Mm-hmm.
want to do it, not because you're moved to do it, not because, it makes you feel good when you do it, but
Yeah.
because you should do it.
My God, I love
And
it.
if there's a lot of shoulding going on, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then you need to cross some of those things off your list. And if, of course, if you're a person that, feels guilty about not doing things for others or letting people down, or, we just passed the holidays and maybe you didn't want to host that Christmas Eve party, but you were told,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should do it because my mom used to do it, but she doesn't do it anymore. So I guess it's me, right? And you hate it and you dread it and you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. Find some of those things and maybe start crossing some of those off. If
Yes.
it's something that you should be doing, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who's going to not make you do it but you,
Yeah.
right? You're the only person. So auditing your shoulds is another way, like a practical way. And even if you don't like make a list, just when there's
Right.
something that you're thinking about, oh gosh, I really should go downstairs and fold my
Yeah.
clothes. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like,
You're feeling dreaded. You're dreading it. Doom and
right,
gloom.
right.
Doom and
I
gloom.
really, right, I really should go to that, event because my friend did ask me, even though I'm tired today, right? Those are places that you can be evaluating to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how can I be more intentional about my time? How can I be more intentional about my boundaries,
Yeah.
right? And then decide, like, is that what you want to be doing?
That's
And if
right.
not, don't do it.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
audit your shoulds. I thought that
Other than
was
you should.
amazing. Amazing.
Okay.
So many times women, we are always, we should. No,
All
we
right.
should.
So I have a question for you, but first let me put some context around it. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex is like, well, the form of Meghan Markle. I love her
Yes,
to death.
yes,
I do. So I watch her show with Meghan, with Love from Meghan, and
yes.
that's one of my
Is there
favorite.
more than one season?
Yes, and there's a holiday season too. Yeah. So I got some good stuff on there. But anyway, she
I saw
lived.
an episode, maybe even two, because you recommended it, and so thought I would take some time and sit and try to spend time with Megan.
But you don't like cooking shows and those type of shows.
Oh,
So
I love cooking shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so
I am a
I didn't know
cooking
you did.
show fan.
I thought you didn't like cooking shows and
No,
stuff like that.
I like cooking shows. And
Hmm.
actually, the episode that I saw, she
Well, she
was
made some
making
spaghetti.
honey. She did some kind of one pot, like one pan spaghetti
Oh
kind
my
of thing,
gosh, it's
where you
good. I
put
tried
all of
it.
the stuff in
Hmm.
at the same time and then
Hmm.
mix it. And that actually looks good. And then
Hmm.
she had a friend who came over
Hmm.
and they were making honey. Not
Hmm.
honey, candles.
Candles.
No, she has bees. She has
Hmm.
bees, right? So they
Hmm.
make the honey, and then what do you do with the wax? And so then
Hmm.
someone came to talk
Hmm.
to her about how to make candles with this
Yeah.
wax. That's
Hmm.
what it was, not the honey. And so I found it interesting. The thing, I don't know. I just don't vibe with her personality. I don't vibe with her personality.
Hmm.
I was engaged in some of her
I love her.
activities.
Hmm.
I was engaged in some of her activities, but it's just her personality was not, I wasn't with it. So I only saw 2 episodes. I think the other one was some children's party or something she
Hmm.
did.
Yeah.
But I don't have kids, so I didn't really hang on to that too long. But but I did attempt, and I can see why some women, but to me, the Meghan Markle thing is twofold. It's not just about the fact that she does what she wants to do
Hmm.
in her homes and her spaces or whatever. I
Hmm.
think there's also a jealousy there, right? Because she's wealthy, she's pretty, she's a princess, right? She's
She's
married to
black. Hmm.
right, right, yeah, and they kind of feel like maybe she shouldn't have that kind of life
That's right.
because
Hmm.
of who she is.
Yeah.
I don't
And
feel like that. It's just the show itself wasn't for
for
me.
you. Hmm.
But if that's what she wants to be doing with her time, like what do we expect her to be
I
doing?
don't
Out
know, but let
there?
me just tell you this. I watched that show and I
Oh,
loved it because I got some really cool pointers for food and different things, making things like, I really liked it because I'm into that kind of stuff. And
yes.
so I went out on social media to see how other people were responding to it. And
Mhm.
it blew my mind how many Black women were so negative
Hmm.
about her living her quote unquote soft life. And
Hmm.
that's when the word, I mean, I've heard of the word soft life, but not to the extent that it made me dig deeper into this soft life. She's 44 years old, Megan is. And I'm like, what is so intimidating
Hmm.
to other women of color about her living her soft life? It blew me. I mean,
What were they saying? Like she doesn't deserve
like
that
she doesn't deserve,
lifestyle,
like she doesn't
or
deserve that. You
what is she
you
supposed to be doing?
you don't deserve it. You're a traitor. You've caused that him to denounce his throne. And
Family and
why do
all.
you get to live like that and all this? I mean, it was crazy, crazy. Now there were some white
Well,
women out
he's
there
like
too,
fifth in
like
line for.
especially from the UK, because they don't like that they had a black person in
Oh
that,
yeah, they don't like her at
a
all,
duchess.
and they like to blame her for Prince Harry
Mm-hmm.
leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the black women really caught my eye because I'm like, oh my God. Like, what is it like? What is she? Is she physically doing something wrong to you guys? Like, to me, I'm inspired. I don't live that soft life. I don't live like, I don't have Megan's money, but you don't need money to take 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes to say, I'm gonna take a break, y'all. I'm gonna make a candle or I'm gonna go do this with some honey. Like just really just kind
She
of
enjoys doing things for her family. Like she
mhm.
enjoys taking
A
care of her
flower
family.
arrangements. Like I
I
love
totally
doing
got that.
flower arrangements during the holidays. So, and I'm, I bake therapeutically when I like to bake as a therapeutic measure. And so I was so interested in some of the stuff that she made, and it really brought back my love of baking again. So, I was just taken aback. I really was, Kamisha. I couldn't believe the women that was just tearing her down. And it just
Why?
made me
Denise, I
think
just
like,
told you that people are jealous. They're
yeah.
jealous.
But
So it doesn't matter
women
what
on women
you're
on
doing.
women crime is just it's amazing. And when I say crime, I meaning like the hate and the words, the negative words from one woman to another is it just I couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I
I
can't
could.
I got so
I haven't
deep
even
in
seen
those
it, and I believe it.
comments and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah, because you have a lot of negative bitches out there.
Mm-hmm.
They see somebody else who is living a life that they would like to live, but they have no idea of how to get that life.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of trying to figure out how to get that life, like
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't look like you marrying Prince Harry,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, but
Yeah.
something close to where you're enjoying what it is that you're doing with your life day to day, they don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to get that life. So they
Yep.
want to put her down for having that life.
Yeah,
That's
because
all
her
that is.
softness challenges the hustle culture.
Right. And also, it could make them seem like what they're doing is not right.
Yeah.
And it's not what you need to be doing as a woman versus what you're told that you're supposed to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to
Mm-hmm.
go to school, get all these degrees, get your education,
Mm-hmm.
get the best high paying job and
Yeah.
all of this kind of stuff. And it's leading to nothing but stress, burnout, and bad health issues,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus her, where, she met this man, he happened to be able to take care of her in a way that some people can't
Yeah.
and offer her different opportunities and a lifestyle that she is enjoying.
Yeah.
And they're like, why can't that be me? And
Yeah.
so instead, they are hating on her. Like I said, I didn't wasn't a huge fan of her personality or whatever, but I don't hate her. Like
Yeah.
I think anybody who is enjoying their life and doing whatever they want to be doing with their time is that's amazing.
Right.
And another person who's doing that is Kelis.
I love her too.
I
Remember,
love Kelis.
here's another one. I used to watch her cooking show, Cooking with Cannabis.
Yes.
Love.
I did not know she had cooking with cannabis, but I did know she does these like natural. Doesn't she have a
Mm-hmm.
skincare line?
Mm-hmm. The herbs and all of that. Yep.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and hair care and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't ordered it, but I had seen her talking about this
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she has moved to Africa and she's in
Yep.
Kenya, every time I see her online, like her skin is beautiful, she's glowing, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a person who's been through some tragedy, right?
Yep. Yep.
But she
Absolutely.
seems happy. She's talking about her life in the motherland, encouraging other people to join and
Mm-hmm.
move there and places that they should go and places that they should visit. And she is living her best soft life.
She
But
really
also,
is.
this is the other thing that I think is important about the soft life. It doesn't mean that you're not working.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean, right, that you are just laying around doing nothing because
Mm-hmm.
clearly she's starting businesses,
Mm-hmm.
got farmland, right? Like she's investing in the country,
Yep.
but she's
Yep.
enjoying what she's doing as well.
That's
And
right. That's
clearly,
right.
you can see that she's probably taking her rest,
Mm-hmm.
setting her boundaries, managing her time,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
that makes me happy, actually. I love seeing
And
her.
she looks amazing, freaking amazing. You could tell her body exudes like I'm in my bag. I'm in my zen. This is what I'm loving doing. And once you find something that you love so passionately and personally, that was another thing the article was saying. Once you find something that you love so passionately and perfectly purposely and you're making money at it too, which is just a bonus, that's another part of your soft life because you are really tapped into doing something that you absolutely love, you know,
Align with your spirit.
aligning with your
That is what
spirit.
I was
Mhm,
hearing when you just said that. She
mhm,
is aligning. She is
yeah.
aligning with her spirit.
Mhm.
And when you are aligning with your spirit, I feel like it can't help but to be reflected.
That's right. That's right. Another one that is living their best soft life is Tracee Ellis Ross. Love her.
I
I
haven't
love
seen
her.
her travel show yet, but
Oh,
I
you
want
have
to
to
see
see
it.
it. It's
I haven't
wonderful.
seen it yet, but I've seen clips of it and I want to see it because
It's
I like
wonderful.
her.
Hmm.
She's very down to earth. She's always honest and genuine. I know she's over 50. She doesn't
Hmm.
have children. She's never been married and she's not interested in settling.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
she gets some backlash,
She
about that
does. She
because you
does.
have women, like you said, it's women. It's not men. I never really see
Yeah.
it. It's always women
Yeah.
going on like, oh, are you saying that marriage isn't necessary? Or are you saying that we shouldn't? It's like, I'm just telling you where I am
Where her own experience.
and how
One
I'm
thing she
enjoying
said
life.
is in her life, she no longer auditions for approval. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not that she's saying that take me as I am. If you don't like me, take. She's not saying that because she also says that she reevaluates who she is daily, and she knows that there are some changes that has to be made, but she's not auditioning for the world to approve of her changes. You know what
Right.
I mean? And
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly. And that's where we should be at
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
time in our life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But those three, Kelis, Michelle Obama, Tracee Ellis Ross,
Yeah.
Megan Sussex, Duchess of Sussex.
You
I
said
just,
Michelle Obama.
yeah, because the only
She
reason
does
I
look like
said
she's
her,
enjoying her life these days.
yeah, I was
Didn't
gonna
she
say
just came
that
out with a new book? She just came out with a new book.
hmm and the only reason I brought her up is because I listened to her podcast. She has a podcast with her brother, and I listen to her podcast all the time. And you could tell that she is truly loving what she does. She seems just more freer and, you know, just more apt to help and give advice and to love on these guests, and she just seemed like she just absolutely loved what she's doing. So that's the
Mhm.
reason why I brought her up, because she talks about it on her podcast about not living in fear and taking time for yourself. And it doesn't matter how high up you are, how low you are, yourself matters, you know.
Mhm.
So I love
Mhm.
that about her. So that's why I brought her up too.
No, she is also doing an amazing job. And I think at this age and at this stage, and I know Michelle Obama is over 50 as well,
Yeah.
many women have reached a point where they're like, I can't do this anymore,
Yeah.
right? Like they can't continue to struggle in the hustling and the
Yeah.
stress and the
Yeah.
breakdown. And this might be an opportunity for
Yeah.
you to evaluate, like, are there areas in your life that can be opened up to create a softer life
That's
for
right.
yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whether it's, like we were saying, getting more rest, or having a slower morning and taking
Yes.
more time for yourself, coming up with those rituals that get you
Mm-hmm.
in a good space, especially as you start your day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Mm-hmm.
as you start your day,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and seeing what it is that you can do to move yourself from, if you are in a place where you're like, this is
Yeah.
not working for me.
This not working. It no longer serves you.
It's
Not
not
saying that
serving.
it may have served you earlier in your life, but it's no longer serving you now. But you're in this rat race, this almost just crazy cycle where you think that you should do it, even though it no longer serves you no more. So there
Mm-mm.
you go. You need to audit your shoulds. So auditing your shoulds, you don't need to have a permission slip or a breakdown itemized list to rest, to show people so you can rest, you know.
No,
Um,
no proof. You need no proof to
you
show
don't
people.
need that.
Yeah. So I think that's a great place to close, Denise.
Yeah.
If you are watching, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to
Thank you, thank you,
subscribe,
thank you.
like, and share, and do all of the things,
Do all the
because
things.
we are so happy to have you here with Wisdom and Bloom. And we just need to let all of the other places that we are know that how happy you are to be here with us. Um,
Share our
but
content. Mhm.
right, but what is one thing that you are doing just because you feel like you have to do it?
Mhm. To
And
introduce
what
a
would
softer
happen
life.
if you just stopped doing it?
Mhm. Mhm.
That is our parting question for you ladies.
Mhm.
What is one thing that you are doing because you feel like you have to do it or you should do it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what would happen if you just stop? Just
If you
start
just
with one
stop.
thing, right? We're not saying you need to
Yeah.
reach your whole life and rearrange things and end all kinds of crazy relationships and stuff. We're not saying that. Just
Yep.
start with one thing.
Yep.
One thing. And you before you know it, you'll move from 10 minutes to 25 minutes.
Mhm. Mhm.
And really start feeling better, mind, body, and spirit, right?
Yep.
All those areas in your being will start feeling better.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I
yay,
love it.
yay.
Ah,
Thank you so much for
thank
joining
you.
us
Thank you for joining us.
on another episode of Wisdom and Bloom, ladies.
Wisdom and Bloom podcast, ladies.
And keep blooming.
Keep blooming, ladies.